Hey everyone, it's Jess, and big news, started a podcast, and it's going to be called House of Jess Podcast. We're going to be sharing all the things, lifestyle, being a mom, design, anything you could think of. But I wanted to do this because I wanted to help you guys and be able to relate to things and also talk about what I do. So I've always been drawn to design. I go back to like my college years of, my house in college always looked so good. So it was crazy because like all my friends were just like, what is happening? Like this is not a college house. So I knew I had that knack. Like even back when I was young, my dad was like, you literally took like $20 and like redid your room and painted your nightstands. And I still remember that. I think I was like in middle school. So this has been like a thing my whole life. And so I feel like that's why I'm drawn to design, is because I love when you walk into a house and like how it looks and how it feels. And I gravitated towards that. And it was just always something I loved so much. So when I got into design, I always knew that is exactly what I wanted to do. I did college courses on interior design, and I just felt like this is one day what I'm going to do. But I reverted, and I did a corporate job for a long time, and I always kind of dabbled in it on the side. But I just loved it so much, and I was just like, I'm going to start a company tomorrow, and I'm going to call it J.Miles Design. And Miles was my maiden name, and this goes back a little blip, but my little brother passed away about 11 years ago, and everybody called him Miles. And so when I thought of a name for the company, I was like, I got to use Miles, because everyone actually called me Miles too. So it was just like a part of me and him. And so I love that about it. But yeah, I was literally laying in bed and I was like, I'm going to start J.Miles Design tomorrow. I told my husband that, and he's like, do it, and don't look back, and don't let anybody interfere with what you want to do. And I love that about Flint, my husband. He's always, really supported me and just like, do it. Like, don't think, do it. So I did it. And from that day on, like, it was like, oh my gosh, my dream is coming true to design spaces. And I cannot believe this. Like, Instagram had just become like a bigger thing. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to advertise it out there and do it that way. And it just kind of worked. People started finding me, and like I was charging like $150 to help people source some things. I was drawing it out on like a sketchboard of like where they should put their stuff. Like, it was just so funny that it started that minimal, and then it got to this point where I'm literally have my own podcast. Like, it's still just mind blowing. But I just knew that like I wanted one thing that really like I love, like I kind of take design, but I love an organized house. So organization is a big part of design. And so like when you walk into someone's house and it's like beautifully designed and it's all put together, like you're pretty certain that it's a very organized house too. And that just, I feel like organization is such a big part, like I said, of design, because you want it to look beautiful. Well, it's got to be organized, to be beautiful. And it also just, it goes along with like being a mom and being a wife, and, the lifestyle of like how your life should be ran. And organization is such a big thing if you want to be successful and, have that space that you can think and not be stressed in. But that is a big main reason why I started this company, because I just wanted people to feel like their space was amazing and that they felt so comfortable and it was their safe space. And, if they worked a really long job during the day, they come home and they feel so comfortable and they're like, oh my gosh, I can relax. So that was like my main goal when starting the company. My second big goal was I wanted to have a company that was not typical interior design. And that is just because interior design has this thing that people think of, and they're just like, it's a lot of money. I don't even know if I'm going to like it. And that I just couldn't stand. I wanted, like, when someone sends me inspiration for a space, I'm like, it might not be my style, but like, I know that I can make that style beautiful no matter what, no matter if it's a yellow sofa or if it's a green sofa or, whatever it is. Like, I want that person, if they love their yellow sofa, I want them to love it. And that is like my goal in life, is to make people feel that way. And I feel like that's how I can create that's how I can help someone's life, is help them get organized, help them have a beautiful home, and, really make them love their home. Another thing about, we help a lot of moms and families, and they're like, okay, I just don't think I'm going to be able to make my house beautiful. And I have 4 kids and 2 dogs. Like, yes, you can. Everyone can. And you just have to pick the right pieces. And you have to have someone like us that can show you the vision at the end, but also help you source things. Okay, splurge here, but don't splurge here. And that's like such a big thing in design. But if you hire the really expensive interior designer, they're going to be pushing, $10,000 sofas and $3,000 rugs. And then, you're not going to want your kids to sit in the living room with you. And that is not my goal. My goal is to make it comfortable, everyone be able to live and flow in their own home. So, I definitely want people to love their home. And if someone had to describe me in like 5 words, and the reason I'm saying this is because if you're out there and you're watching this and you want to hire me, I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to be able to tell me that you don't like something and feel comfortable with that. So like, if I had to pick 5 words that describe me, it would be generous, friendly, I'm approachable, I'm a loving, caring person, and I'm very driven in you being satisfied, and just driven in general in my business and my life. So I'm so excited to be doing this podcast. I feel like I'm going to have a lot of things that, you can relate to, and it'd be like this whole lifestyle thing, plus content creation, plus Instagram, plus interior design. And, I even can relate to someone like with infertility struggles. Like, I feel like I have this roundabout ability to relate with people. And then I feel like bringing me in your home to design it will just make you feel even more comfortable. But I'm so glad to be doing this, and I hope that you will tune in for more.